And we are on the way again to show you a property that is for sale in our village. A friend of ours is looking for a farm, and we asked around if someone has something to sell, and we've been told that the owners of a cute little olive and fruit farm decided to sell now. It isn't exactly what our friend is looking for, but both Robin and I love this place, and we asked the owners if we can make a video about it and show it to you. Obviously, they agreed. As I said, it is on the other side of the village, just 5 minutes on the motorbike, so we take you with us on the way to show you some of the surrounding area and the roads. Apologies up front for the sound quality caused by the wind on the farm. We ordered now new microphones, so hopefully this will be our last video with this problem.
We've got a new property to show you. It's very sweet.
It's a little bit windy, so we try to hide here between the trees.
We're at the other side of the village, up on the hill, and it's a really beautiful spot. We'll show you later. We've got an excellent view in that direction. You can see the hill of Castelo Branco. Over in that direction, we have the Serra de Gardunha, and somewhere the other side of that is the city of Fundão. It's very nicely located. And this land is about 0.75 of a hectare, and it has some excellent trees, some very mature fig trees and olive trees, and it's got orange trees and lemon trees, and it's got a nice little building. Let's show you around. Of course, we have a well. There it is. It's quite deep, probably quite a few meters of water in there. We have a beautiful lemon tree, and here next to this old-fashioned water raising machine, which actually is still functional. Of course, pumps are easier, but if you run out of pump, as long as you've got some elbow grease, you can get some water.
Elbow grease.
Elbow grease. Look at this fig tree. There's another one, even bigger actually, but very old, very large fig tree, and look, already full of fig. Look at the lemon tree. I hope you like lemons. If you like lemons and figs, you're good to go. Of course, this is primarily an olive farm, as are most. As you can see, lots of nice olive trees here going up the hill, and they also go down the other way. And right here we have a little building which is in quite good condition actually. Let's have a look.
One of the owners is here today to show us around and open the house for us, and to harvest some of the million lemons.
Can you see?
Yeah, very good.
Nice solid roof, block and beam construction. And it's all rendered with a nice concrete floor too, so it's very solid.
It's an agricultural building, but of course nothing stops you from making it beautiful.
I think you probably want a slightly larger window, you know. It's like a prison cell window, but obviously it'd be quite easy to cut out and put whatever you want in here.
The ceilings are quite high, you know, even for you is big enough.
Yeah.
So if you would like to live in here for a start, then this is totally possible.
I believe they're leaving most of this equipment here. It's like included in the sale.
And some other stuff, and ladders, wheelbarrow. Okay. Can you make your professional measuring again?
Big is this house? That's a neighbouring property. Looks like nobody really pays any attention to it at the moment, which is a bit sad.
It's not true, Robin. Look at the trees. They're
Well,
all
the trees have been
pruned.
pruned, but they
Yeah.
haven't done anything with the land, which they usually do. Like plough it, like they have ploughed the bejesus out of this land, which is perfectly normal.
So maybe in the future it will also be possible to buy this land.
And this is the second really large fig tree. Just coming up to the top end of the land. It's very windy, so I'm doing a bit of a voiceover. Running along the side here is a little dirt road, and up at the top there is somebody else's little house. Looking back this way, one can see the hill of Castelo Branco city just through the gap in the trees. Probably looks very nice at night with all the lights on. Over there is the Serra de Gardunya, far side of which is Fundão. Running along this side of the property is electricity. So it would be very easy to have it connected should you want mains electricity. And apparently there's also water main here. So you could also have mains water, which is a surprise. But there you go. So just over here is a football pitch and a football clubhouse, but they are not used. You can tell by the state of it. I had a look at the clubhouse. They're just not used. There is a little kind of a five-a-side pitch just a little bit further down the hill. I think that is used for a couple of hours once a week in the evening. But you're not going to get any disturbance from it. Great. So this is the gate we came in at. This road goes directly down the hill to the village. The road is in very good condition. Even coming up through the village off the main road, it's quite wide. You'd easily, for instance, get a caravan up here.
This is another neighboring property with huge beautiful cork oaks, and they must look amazing in sunset. I didn't count the fruit trees, but it looks like you have already most of the trees that grow here well, like pears, apple, orange, lemon, loquat, figs, kaki, plum, pomegranate, and of course all the olive trees and a lot of vines growing next to the wall. Oh yeah, this is it. It has fruit. What is this in English? Robin, what is it in English?
I don't know.
Ah, Mann!
Kaki.
Nein, this is
What
not.
are they?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I don't know what they are.
Robin doesn't care because he doesn't like the taste. I do. Come on, it's so good.
Okay, so the land is 0.75 of a hectare, 3/4 of a hectare. The asking price is €40,000. Of course, there's wiggle room, there always is. And it is registered as agricultural property. So when it comes to living here, if you wanted to live here full-time legally, you would have to get that changed. The owner seems to think it would be quite simple. Not for us to say, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, it's not our property, we don't set the prices, we're just passing on the information.
Look at this beautiful olive tree and how much shade it provides.
And then behind me, we've done a full circumference, here's the little house again. Wow, it's got a whole bucket of lemon juice.
Yeah? Oh,
Look at this, cunning tools.
what's that?
para colher os figos lá
Ah,
em
os
cima.
figos! Assim!
Põe o pé do figo, com licença, posso?
Yeah, you show us.
Ah, okay. Twist.
Yeah.
Ah, it needs this. See, very clever.
It's very old because it was my dad who made this.
Oh,
Ah, really?
You must put water before use. Don't break.
Yes.
okay.
When I'm gonna use, I put water here. It's don't break.
Mm-hmm.
That's my father who had the idea. But
Okay,
but now
invented
you
it.
can find metal on the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this tool must be included in the prices.
This tool is obviously included in the price. This antique olive picker, also antique fig picker. You gotta be careful how you say that. Fig picker. This is very well positioned if you like walking. Obviously you can walk down to the village, it'll only be 5 minutes down into the middle of the village, but also the little dirt roads around here will take you to the nearby villages. There's Mata over there, and then there's Escalos over there, and other places over there. Just nice little walks along these little very small dirt roads.
Fazer porque madeira, com sol, com chuva, estragava-se mais fácil, então mandamos fazer.
Is there anything you want to say about pros and cons, like we usually do? Because I don't see a con here.
Pros and cons. Well, the only con is it's not habitation license, so you might need to sort that out. The house is obviously very small, but actually it would be very easy to extend it a bit or put a mobile home on here. So really, yeah, there isn't really a con.
Okay, now we're back on the farm. We had lunch, we had nappy, now we're having coffee. So Robin, what do you think about the farm, this little farm?
I think I already said it. I think it's very nice.
But even now with pause and thinking about it again, and
Yes, even now with pause and thinking about it again, if I was here and I was looking for a place and I had the money, I would buy it. I think it's perfect.
it really has something that I cannot really describe, but
I like very much the location. I like it's up on the hill, you have a view to the mountains, you have the view to the city. I bet that'd be great in the night. You can see the hill that the castle is on and the city around it. I think that would look really good. The only drawback is it doesn't have a ruin to renovate like this house was.
yeah.
However, it has the basis of something to progress from. It's not a house, but it's secure and it's dry
You can put a
easily.
stove in.
Easily.
We also have the contact now to a very good lawyer. She's doing all the paperwork for the other two farms, our neighbors. I will ask her if I can put her contact in the description below. And if yes, you will find it there now. 100% recommendation.
Yeah.
I just remember another pro. I mean, not everybody is into off-grid, and you have such an easy possibility to make it on-grid, even water. Yeah, as we said.
that.
Yeah, but this is really great. I mean, often you can, for some money connect to the electricity, but you can also connect to the water.
Apparently.
The house behind them, they have water, so the pipe must run there on the road.
He's a big pro.
Yeah,
He's a big pro.
You can be 100% off grid, but
You
if
can be.
it's not your thing, or
You don't need to be.